Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this class I am going to teach you Riemann integration, some definitions, and we will also solve problem. So let us start the class. Riemann integration, Riemann integral, definition of a partition. Let f of x be defined in the closed interval ab. Let a is equal to x0, the starting point, less than x1, less than x2, dot dot dot. Xn is equal to end point of the closed interval b, that is equals to b. Then the set p, x0, x1 to x0, x1, x2, dot dot xn, which is a ordered finite set, is called partition of the closed interval ab. So this is called partition. Then segment. What is segment? The closed n sub intervals I1 x0 to x1 closed interval, I2 x1 to x2 closed interval, I3 x2 to x3 closed interval, In xn minus 1 to xn are called segment of the partition P. Length. The length of Rx sub interval IR, which is the closed interval x r minus 1 to xn, xr, is given by delta xr, is given by delta xr, which is equal to xr minus xr minus 1. For r is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. So next let us proceed for norm of a partition. Norm of a partition. Norm of a partition. So the norm of a partition is the largest length of the largest subinterval. The length of largest subinterval delta xr for r is equal to 1 to up to n is called the norm of the partition. Norm of the partition. The length of largest subinterval delta xr r is equal to 1 to n is called the norm of the partition. It is given by mu of partition P is equal to maximum length of delta xr, where r greater than equal to 1, lesser equal to n. So maximum of delta xr, that is called norm of the partition P, where P is the partition. So the length of largest subinterval delta xr r is equal to 1 to n is called the norm of the partition, and it is denoted by mu of p. It is given by mu of p is equal to maximum of delta xr when r, the value of r is from 1 to n. Next, let us proceed for refinement. Let P1 and P2 be two partitions of the closed interval AB such that P2 is a superset of P1. Then P2 is called refinement of P1. So P1, P2 be the two partitions of the closed interval AB, such that P2 is a superset of P1. That means all the points of P1 are in P2. Then P2 is called a refinement of P1. Then let us proceed for common refinement. Common refinement. Let P1 and P2 be two partitions of the closed interval AB such that P is equal to P1 union P2. Then P is called common refinement of the closed interval. So let P1 and P2 be two partition of the closed interval such that P is equal to P1 union P2. Then P is called common refinement of AB. Next, let us proceed for upper sum. Let fx be a function defined on the closed interval AB and P be the partition of the closed interval AB. Let f of x be a function defined on the closed interval AB and P be the partition of AB. Then the upper sum of the function f with respect to the partition P. So let f of be a function defined on the closed interval AB, P be the partition of the closed interval AB, then the upper sum of the function f with respect to the partition P is given by UPF, upper sum of the partition for the function f is equal to summation r is equal to 1 to n m r delta xr, which is equal to m1 delta x1 m2 delta x2 dot mn delta xn, where mr is the MR is the supremum of delta XR. That means M1 is the supremum of the interval delta x1, M2 delta x2, where R is equal, likewise MR for delta IR, where R is equal to 1 to up to n. So where MR is the supremum for delta XR, R is equal to 1 to n. And delta x1, delta x2, delta xn, these are the length of the intervals. Lower sum. Let fx be a function which is defined on the closed interval a b and p be the partition of AB, then the lower sum of the function f is given by, then the lower sum of the function f is given by L of Pf, which is equal to summation R is equal to 1 to n small mr delta xr, where small mr represents the infimum in delta xr for r is equal to 1 to up to n. And if we expand this LP f, lower sum of the function f with respect to the partition P, LPF is equal to M1 delta x1, M2 delta x2, Mn delta xn. So we defined upper sum, lower sum. So next let us proceed for oscillatory sum. The sum is given by W of Pf is equal to UPF minus LPF, where P is the partition of the closed interval AB, where F is defined. So WPF is equal to UPF minus LPF. So then let us proceed to define upper integral and a lower integral. upper integral and lower integral. It is given by A to B. Like this, it will be symbolized, there will be a bar in the top of the integration. A to B fx dx is equal to infimum of a upper sum. So, the upper integral for the function f of f with partition p is given by like this. Then lower integral, it is given by fx dx is equal to supremum of a lower sum. Now let us proceed to solve a problem. So the question is, find the value of LPF and UPF where fx is equal to x square and the closed interval 0, 1 with p is equal to 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and a 1. Solution. Here fx is equal to x square on 0 to 1. Then with p is equal to 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 1. Then delta xr is equal to 1 by r 4 for r is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. The subintervals are I1 0 to 1 by 4, I2 1 by 4 to 2 by 4, I3 2 by 4, 3 by 4, I4 3 by 4 to 1. Then the supremum M1 is equal to 1 by 4 square 1 by 16, M2 2 by 4 square 4 by 16, M3 3 by 4 square 9 by 16, M4 1 square is equal to 1. Because the function here fx is equal to x square. The infimum small m1 for the first interval 0 square is equal to 0, m2 1 by 4 square is equal to 1 by 16, m3 2 by 4 square 4 by 16, m4 3 by 4 square 9 by 16. Now let us proceed to find LPF. LPF is equal to summation R is equal to 1 to 4 MR delta XR. This is M1 delta X1, M2 delta X2, M3 delta X3, M4 delta X4. So the values let us substitute here. Here M1 0, this is 1 by 4. M2, small m2, 1 by 16, 1 by 4. 4 by 16, 1 by 4. Then 9 by 16, 1 by 4. So M1 0, M2 1 by 16, M3 4 by 16, and M4 9 by 16. So let us add it. This is 64, 1 plus 4 plus 9. This is 14 by 64, which is equal to 7 by 32. Then UPF. Summation R is equal to 1 to 4 capital MR delta XR. M1 delta X1, M2 delta X2, capital M3 delta X3, and M4 delta X4. This is M4 delta X4. M4 delta X4. So this is equals to here M1 is 1 by 16, 1 by 4. This is 4 by 16, 1 by 4. This is 9 by 16, 1 by 4. This is 1 by 4. So let us add it. So this is 64. 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. So this is equal to 30 by 64, 15 by 32 answer. So our first problem is solved. So now let us proceed for the next problem. Constant function is integrable. Proof. Let fx is equal to k for all x belongs to closed interval a b, be a constant function. Then UPF is equal to summation R is equal to 1 to n MR delta XR. So which is equal to M1 delta X1, M2 delta X2, likewise M n delta Xn. So here the supremum of the function is constant because it is a constant function. So this is k delta X1, k delta X2, likewise k delta Xn. So we can take k common. Delta X1, delta X2, delta Xn. So k into delta Xn, delta X2, delta Xn. So taking k common, delta X1, delta X2, delta Xn, which is equal to k into x1 minus x0. This is x2 minus x1, likewise xn minus 1. So this is k into xn minus x0, which is equal to k into b minus a. Here we have taken the partition p is equal to a is equal to x0, which is then x1, x2, likewise up to xn is equal to b, and a x0 less than x1 less than x2 dot 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 less than xn. So now we are getting UPF. Then let us proceed to find LPF. Now proceed to find ALPF, which is the summation r is equal to 1 to n mr delta xr. So which is equal to m1 delta x1, m2 delta x2, n delta xn. So now this is also k because it is a constant function, the supremum and maximum will be same, delta x2, likewise k delta xn. So k common, delta x1, delta x2, delta xn. So again this is equals to k x1 minus x0, this x2 is x2 minus x1, likewise xn minus xn minus. So which is equal to k xn minus x0, k into b minus a. So the lower sum and the upper sum we have got it. P is here the partition, a is x0 x1 to xn, xn is equal to b we have taken, and here x0 less than x1 less than x2 dot xn. Now the upper integral a to b fx dx is equal to in b mum of UPF. So which is equal to in b mum of k into b minus a, which is equal to k into b minus a, k into b minus a. So the lower integral a to b fx dx is equal to supremum of LPF, k into b minus a, which is equal to k into b minus a. So we get the upper integral is equal to lower integral. So is equal to k into b minus a. This implies integration a to b fx dx is equal to k into b minus a. So f is e, f is integrable. So the constant function is integrable. So my today topic is completed. I shall meet you in my next class with a new topic. Till then, thank you.